Petauke of East Zambia Field, there in Eastern Province, Petauke District at Petauke Boarding School. I've been coming to your screens every Thursday from 17 hours to 17:30, and today we've begun a bit late. I think I'm not very late. I'm just like 5 minutes late. I'll still catch up. Yeah. So if you just joined us, this is the countdown to East Zambia Field, where we're going to have the Senior Youth Congress for Southern Zambia Union Senior Youth. The theme is One in Christ, and the guest speaker is going to be Pastor Watson Biridi, all the way from East Zimbabwe Union Conference, who is the youth director there, is the one who's going to be speaking to us. And then we're going to have other speakers. We're going to have other local speakers like our own education director, Pastor Manjumeda, and also some youth pastors like Pastor Toshu, who's going to be speaking to us during the devotions. And then we're also going to have other interesting lessons. Now, every week, on Thursday, I have been coming to your screen to talk about this program. And even today, I have come, and I'll continue coming until we actually go to Petauke on the 18th of December, 2022. Now, this is week 7. Week 7. And we're going on the 18th. Meaning, we're remaining with about, if my calculations are okay, by the way, I didn't do mathematics, so it was optional. So if my calculations are okay, it means we're remaining with about 7 minus 11, That should be, I think, 4. Yes, we're remaining with 4 weeks before we get to Petauke. 4 weeks. If not 5 or 6, something like that. But those are the weeks that we're remaining with. Have you registered? Register now. Make sure that you register so that you can be among the people that are going to meet us in Petauke. Last week, I had hosted East Zambia Field chairperson, Elder Musute, who was trying to give us the assurance that East Zambia Field is ready to have this camp taking place in their land, on their land, in their district, which is Petauke Boarding High School. And he told us that if we're worried about the sanitation officer was here to give us the assurance that everything is in place to see to it that this camp is becoming, or is going to be a successful one. This is going to be one of the most successful camps that we've ever had in our history. I am your presenter, Isaac Shkwembe. Today, we are still discussing the countdown to Southern Zambia Union Senior Youth Congress. And today, I have a special guest. I will request the guest to introduce himself and welcome you to the program. Sir, you can introduce yourself and tell the people, the viewers, your name.
Thank you so much. My name is Lamek Alejandro Chimula. I'm the youth advisor for Avondo Mission District. And yeah, one of the campers ready to go.
Well, so I am hosting one of the campers ready to go. And he said is the youth advisor for Avondale Mission District. In case you didn't know where Avondale Mission District is found, Avondale Mission District is found in Woodlands Conference of Southern Zambia Union Conference. So, Brother Lamek, now I'm not going to call him the other names. It's a bit trick for me. And for the sake of the TV and the camera, I'll be referring to him as Lamek. I'll be calling him as Comrade Lamek for the sake of the camera and everything. So, Brother Lamek, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Brother Isaac. Thank you for hosting me.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Brother Lamek, from the time that you joined the youth ministries, don't tell me the year that you joined. I don't want those people to calculate if you're 30 plus or you're 30 mine.
I'm still 25.
So, Brother Ade, from the time that you joined the youth ministries, can you remember the first camp that you attended?
I think that was in 2002.
2002, okay.
Yes.
And
I was a Pathfinder by then.
You were a Pathfinder by then?
Ago. Yes.
I see. So from the time that you started attending, from 2002 to 2022, that should be about 20 years. Can you remember any camp that left a positive impact in your life? A camp that you say, when I attended this camp, from the time I started attending, this one was a camp that cannot be compared to any other camp that I've attended?
Camp in South Africa. That one still remains spectacular to me. The memories are fresh. And everything about that camp was just a new experience in the youth ministry. Okay. And this is why I never want to miss any camp.
And I should think the time that you were going to South Africa, you were not a pathfinder, you were now a senior, a young adult or ambassador.
I think I was an ambassador by then, yes.
So meaning you had already qualified to camp with us, this camp that we are going to.
Yes.
Okay, so do you have some memories that you can say, okay, when I went to South Africa, this is what, like this was something that I learned?
Okay, so when I went to South Africa, I think meeting different fellow youths from different countries was a great experience. Trying to learn new languages, how other youths greet in their language, and all that. Furthermore, I think for me, youth ministry has been a pillar in my life in that most of the things that I've come to achieve, I have learned the basics from youth ministry. And that camp, the first time going to South Africa was because of that camp. And I thank the youth ministry because I've gone to so many places because of youth ministry. I've gone to so many places in the country, so many districts, towns, because of these camps. You know, there are certain areas where you don't have relatives. Maybe you've heard of Zambia Beach, you don't have relatives there. And maybe there's a youth program or a youth camp there. These are great opportunities youths can't miss. You can't afford just to miss such a program. So if you've never been to the eastern part of Zambia, and you've just heard about Manenekela, it's high time.
This is the time that you should go and experience the Manenekela yourself.
Yes, this is the time you should go. In fact, if you haven't registered, this is the time to register. We need to go there. You see the eastern part of the country. It's wonderful. It's great. Great geography.
You know, you've reminded me of, you know that the thing that made me get to Luangwa was the camp that we had, that was the investor camp that we had.
Yes.
That was the first time that I was getting to Luangwa. But I've been to the eastern part of Zambia.
Okay.
I missed going to the western part when we had the camp in 2017. I missed that camp, and that's how I missed going to the western part. And up to now, I've never been there. So we're trying to say, some of you might not have relatives in the Eastern Province, and this is an opportunity that would make you actually get to East Zambia Field, to Eastern Province. In as much as we're not going to go into the interiors of Eastern Province, because Eastern Province has a lot to offer. There's Chipata on the other side, there's Katete on the other side, there's also other districts like Chadiza, talk about the border to Malawi. But just you having the experience of the bananas of Nimba, then you get to the ground nuts of Petauke and the mangoes of Petauke, you would have experienced the East Zambia or the Eastern Province. So we're telling you, in case you didn't have a reason for registering, the only reason that you need to do to register is that you are going to know new places. By the way, there are a lot of things that you are going to find as you get to Eastern Province. You find the Manenekela, you get to the Ruangwa Bridge, you get to Rufunsa, you get to see this beautiful place where some of our friends actually go to camp. Now, getting back to you, Brother Lamek. So you said the camp that you can't forget is the South Africa one, which made you get to South Africa. Have you been to the eastern part of Zambia?
Yes, I have, but work-related. And I come from the eastern part. I grew up in Katete.
Okay.
Yes, those were in the 90s. Most of the youths here were not yet born. Yes. Yes, I have been to Chipata, and it's been a while. I guess the place has changed now. I think I left when I was 8. So I would love to see my home village.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Someone was just telling me the time that we went to Katete, to Petauke rather, to do the surveillance. Then I posted on my status and someone said, welcome to my place of birth. And I'm like, oh, wow, have you been here? No, just after I was born, I was transferred to Lusaka and I've never been there. Maybe this might be your chance to go and meet the people that you left in Petauke. Now, Brother Lamik.
Yes.
This is the Senior Youth Congress. It might going to be a bit different from the Pathfinder camp, but still, you managed to be among the first people that registered in Woodlands Conference. What prompted you to register?
Okay, for me, it's always a new experience, something new that I always get from a camp. And I'm sure we're going to have lessons, different types of lessons, social interactions, and just ending the year in a good mood, a youthful mood, you know, after being told you're no longer part of the youth ministry because you're 30 plus and all that. You know, I really want to still go back and mingle with my fellow youths from Southern Zambia Conference and share light moments, share notes, experiences, business ideas, and all that, and meet the pastor. Oh, he's great. I don't know if you've heard him, but he's a great pastor. I'm telling you, you can't afford to miss his preaching.
So are you trying to say that when we get to these camps, from your experience, would actually have time where we can interact with people from different business houses, like for some of us that are business-minded and we get to share business ideas, or is just spiritual and everything?
So apart from being a spiritual camp, actually we'll have lessons that are going to provide survival skills and business ideas to those that are entrepreneurs. You know, most of us youths are failing to save in this time. And it is a great opportunity to find people that have done it in business, people that have achieved a lot. It's not all about a white-collar job. Because I'll ask you, why is it that most of the people that are working in offices would want to set up a business? And so, as youths, we'll have an interaction in terms of business ideas. In fact, Luangwa, maybe you've just heard about where Luangwa Bridge is, where they order the fish. This time when we go to this place, you see the point where you can get cheap fish and you can sell it and earn money as a youth.
Wow. So, Brother Lamik has just said something that has caught my attention. By the way, from the time that I've been coming here, I've just been talking about the spiritual aspect of this camp, the lessons that we're going to have and other things. I never thought of the entrepreneurial part of it. I've been talking about mangoes from Petauke. Did you know that you can actually use this opportunity to go and buy mangoes, and then when you come back to Lusaka, you come and sell them? I mean, it's going to be free transport, because that bus where you're going to be, just put there and say, I'm taking them home. And no one is going to refuse you, because the meal meal that you would have carried for the camp would have already been finished. So where you had to put meal meal, you can actually use those same sacks and put the mangoes there. And then when you get back to Lusaka, you resell those mangoes and make money. I was just given one entrepreneurship skill, so I need to be paid for that. In case you're going to use it, please make sure you pay me for consultation. And then talking about fish, we see a lot of people going to Rufunsa, going to Rwanga to order fish. But this time, at least, you're going to have an opportunity, because we're going to pack there at Rufunsa, and you can buy the fish. For us that like eating fish, we can actually buy for our own consumption. For those that are business-minded, can actually buy. And these are some of the things that we never thought of. And I'm saying it, that maybe this is the reason why Brother Lamik actually was among the first people to register. Now, we are still discussing the countdown to Southern Zambia Union Conference, Senior Youth Congress. And we are saying this is week 7. We're remaining with only a few weeks before we go to our camp. Now, we're going to go on a break so that we can just chew a bit. And then after that, we'll discuss other issues that pertain to this. Remember, I'm discussing with Brother Lamik, one of the registered campers for Southern Zambia Union Conference, Senior Youth Congress. Is coming from Woodlands Conference, Avondale Mission District. Please don't stay away.
Don't miss this unique opportunity. The big one is coming. Yes, it's the Senior Youth Congress for the Southern Zambia Union Conference from December 18th to the 24th, 2022. Petauke Boarding High School in East Zambia Field is the destination. All ambassadors, young adults and those invested as singing youth leaders are welcome. This is the best way to close this year of the Lord 2022. The theme for the Congress says, One in Christ, with our guest speaker, Dr. Watson Biriri, the Zimbabwe East Union Youth Director. Many other gifted speakers shall be there. Before we run out of space and time, make your deposits of only 180 kwacha registration fee and then register yourself online on the link below. Don't miss this unique opportunity. The big one is coming. Yes, it's the Senior Youth Congress for the Southern Zambia Union Conference from December 18th to the 24th, 2022. Petauke Boarding High School in East Zambia Field is the destination. All ambassadors, young adults and those invested as singing youth leaders are welcome. This is the best way to close this year of the Lord 2022. The theme for the Congress says, One in Christ, with our guest speaker, Dr. Watson Biriri, the Zimbabwe East Union Youth Director. Many other gifted speakers shall be there. Before we run out of space and time, make your deposits of only 180 kwacha registration fee and then register yourself online on the link below. Don't miss this unique opportunity.
Welcome back. This is Countdown to Southern Zambia Union Conference Senior Youth Congress, which is going to be held in East Zambia Field, Petauke District to be in particular, from the 18th to 24th of December 2022 in the year of the Lord. Now, before I continue with the program, there is just an announcement that I've just received. For the past 6 weeks, I have been announcing to you that the registration is 180 kwacha if you register between whatever date up to 31st October 2022. Now, 31st October was Monday. Okay? 31st October was Monday. So today I was supposed to tell you how much you're supposed to register. But I have just received a notification from our director, that is our union director, and it reads, I'm going to read it the way he wrote it. Please allow me to read this notification. It might bring some good news to you. Okay, so the notification reads, Good afternoon, dear leaders. May you please be advised that the deadline for the registration for the Union Senior Youth Congress has been adjusted as follows. Early bird is extended to 30th November 2022. Let the registration period only be from 1st to 10th December 2022. Remember also that every entity that will hit its target will receive its well-deserved award at the Congress. May God bless the union as we remain one in Christ. Yours in Christ, Pastor Webster Silungwe. So this is a good news to you that were worried about registering and you've not registered. We have moved the registration due date. Instead of you now registering with 200 kwacha, you can still register with 180 kwacha up to the 30th of November 2022, meaning you still stand a chance to register at the same price as those that registered before you. But if you register after the 1st of December, up to the 10th of December, you will be required to register with 200 kwacha. Please take this opportunity that has come your way. It is only 180 kwacha registration fee. We want you to come to East Zambia Field. We don't want you to miss this opportunity because we do not know the next time that we're meeting in this manner. Remember, the last time we met was 2017. The next time we wanted to meet was 2020, but we didn't meet. There was COVID. Then we were supposed to meet in 2021, still COVID couldn't allow us, and we only met online. But this time in 2022, the Lord has allowed us that we will need to meet in this manner, the way we've planned it. And we've gone to a venue that will accommodate almost each one of us. So, why are you not registering? Please, if you want more information, call the communication chairperson from your conference or your field, and they're going to give you more details on how you can deposit that 180 kwacha and get registered for this youth congress. Now, we get back to the discussion. I'm still with Comrade Lamek. Now, Comrade Lamek, some of the lessons that we're going to have in this congress are not limited to the following. We're going to have family life, which is important for some of us. Then we have entrepreneurship, also important to many of us. Now there's some of us and many of us. Then we're going to have mental health, which is important to every one of us. We are going to have church leadership or church governance, which is important to all of us because we are leaders in the church. Among us this lesson, and they're also going to have the use of social media. How can the church utilize social media? What is it that we're not supposed to do? And that is going to be taught by the ZICTA, people from ZICTA. Among those lessons, which ones do you think are the ones that motivated you to actually pay for this Congress?
Actually, all of them are good for me. But I'll pick, I think, entrepreneurship will be the first one for me.
Okay.
I'm one person who's really interested in business, and I do a few businesses here and there apart from work. Yeah. And so I would want to grow my businesses, definitely, and I would want to teach others, my fellow youths in my district, my fellow youths at my local church, on how they can start up a business, because most youths would always ask, how do I get capital? How do I start? Do you know that you can actually start a business without capital?
Yeah, I've heard of that. And
have you ever
heard of that? And I've never tried it.
Let's go to the Congress. You hear that. And maybe another one is the use of social media. I think most of us youths are misusing social media. You know, at one time I found a T-shirt circulating on social media written Beer Sermon, and this was a pub, a club, and you know the name of the church. A lot of people on social media were saying, oh, these SDS and what? And currently, I'm sure you saw the dancing somewhere, and people were posting. They were posting the videos of certain individuals dancing in the uniform, and somebody was saying, I don't know which church this is, but how can they dance like this in their uniform? So how we need to use social media as youths, I think, is very important. We need to know what to post and
when to post and where to post.
Exactly. And another one could be mental health. You know, there are a lot of people that are dealing with stress, a lot of people that are dealing with depression, heartbreaks, and all that. And it all affects their minds, and sorry to say this, and if you did your research, mental health is one of the causes for suicides. You know, people are killing themselves because certain people don't have the courage to share what they are going through, and the only solution that many youths are finding is ending their lives. And so at this Congress, we're going to have speakers that are going to teach, that are going to talk about mental health and how you can deal with it. I think you can't miss. It's a great opportunity. This is knowledge given for free. You can't afford to miss this Congress.
Now, I've heard there's a cry, there's this thing that has affected most of us, the 30 plus. Do you think those lessons that we're going to have will also be helpful to the 30 plus? Or maybe these lessons are only helpful from your own experience? Do you think these lessons that we've talked about are going to be so helpful to the 30 plus?
Yes, actually, when you talk about mental health, as long as you've got a brain, I think mental health will affect you in one way or the other. So if you're 30 plus, definitely you have a brain and you've got things that you think about, and you get stressed, and so mental health will be important for you. There will be issues to deal with relationships and entrepreneurship, definitely. Most of us 30 plus, but we're still living with our parents. We don't know where to touch. Some of us have graduated from school and we're looking for what to do. Entrepreneurship, let's go and get the information for free and it will be awesome. You can start your own business. The problem that I've found is most of us youths would want to start big, you know, and would want to compete with those that have been in business for a long time. But I want to tell you that one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't rush. And don't compete with anyone. Just be there. Be yourself and your business will succeed.
Wow. Now, he's mentioned something saying you're going to get the knowledge for free. And someone out there, or someone, maybe it might be you, thinking, how are you going to get this knowledge for free? Do you know that just for you to attend the entrepreneurship seminars, you don't pay anything less than what we are paying for you to go and be in the camp? I think the cheapest entrepreneurship concert that I've ever seen is actually costing 2,000. But if you're coming from Lusaka, there's no conference that is paying as much as 2,000. So when he says this is knowledge for free, we are really saying it's knowledge for free because you're not just going to learn entrepreneurship, but you will learn about mental health. And coming to mental health, I've seen that most of us, the 30 plus, we need these lessons because we were devastated when the issue of 30 plus came and we got carried away and we do not know what is our essence. And most of us got depressed and everything, and we've stopped concentrating, we've forgotten about church and everything. And also coming to church governance. So when we do mental health, we know that we are mentally fit, and then we were told, oh, now we can handle depression, now we can handle disappointments, and then we are told church governance. I think it's something that is going to help us. So are you still looking for a reason to register? I've just given you one reason. We have moved or postponed the deadline for registration for those that are registering as Heribate. So pay that 180 kwacha between today and the 30th of November, and you'll be qualified to go and attend this camp. And then the other reason is that I am going. Brother Lamek is going. So in case you are thinking, who am I going to be talking to? We are there, the 12 of us. Exactly. You can come and talk to us. Just say, I saw you somewhere and you said you're going to be talking to us. Please, we'll be there to talk to you. Okay? Now, as we come to the close of the program, Brother Lamek, what are your last words to the youth that have not yet registered? The youth from Woodlands Conference, the youth from your district, and also the youth from anywhere, just for as long as it's within Southern Zambia Union Conference.
Okay, my words to them, I think most youths right now are looking at who's paid, who's going. Is my friend going? No, my friend is not going, so I'm not going. No. We're going to have social interactions. You're going to meet new friends where we're going. You don't have to worry about your best friend. If your best friend is tied up maybe with school, maybe work-related issues. As Isaac said, we are there to talk to you. We are your friends, and we can be together. We can share meals together. We can share business ideas together. And by the way, if somebody was worried about transport, there are Marco Polo buses, those big buses. We're not using these more heights buses. We have Marco Polo buses comfortably seated.
International standard.
International standard. I'm telling you, I think there will be even free Wi-Fi on the bus, so you just have to go. Transport is safe and secured. If you are one person who likes maybe keeping fit, actually as a conferences will be given keep fit sessions. You can do your keep fit session as a conference, and so as we talk about mental health, even your body itself, it has to be healthy. You have to keep fit. I think why don't you want to register? Come on, it's very cheap and it's still 180. It's not 200, so you still have time. Let's go and have a wonderful time together. You don't have to miss this one.
Thank you very much. That was Brother Lamek, all the way from Woodlands Conference, Avondale Mission District, trying to give us a reason as to why we're supposed to go for this camp. Now, why did I invite him? He's among the first people that registered under Woodlands Conference to go and attend this camp. He was among the people that were disappointed when we postponed the camp. And this time, since we are not postponing, he paid so that he can go and attend this camp which has come to us, which is going to be held in Petauke. Be like Lamek, register so that you can be with us in Petauke of East Zambia Field. I'll be back to your screen on Thursday again to come and discuss some updates. I'm going to give you updates on this camp that we're talking about. Remember, it's Countdown to Southern Zambia Union Conference Senior Youth Congress Camp, which is coming and on 18th to 24th of December 2022. Registration is still 180 kwacha per individual from today up to the 30th of November, and only 200 kwacha from 1st to 10th December. Venue, Petauke Boarding High School. Theme, One in Christ, and our guest speaker is going to be Pastor Watson Biridi. You can't afford to miss this camp. Now, to the conferences, please, even as you plan to come, plan also for special activities that we're going to present, that you're going to present to us, the campus, as we get there, because we're going to give you some time to come and present to us, showcase what you've been doing in your conferences. And remember, if you get the target of 300 delegates, we are going to give you an award. This award is only known by our youth director, and I'm not going to disclose what this award is going to be. Do you want to register? Do you want to be like Lamek? Do you want to be like me, who is already registered to go and camp? Please register with your local conference and field, and we will meet you in East Zambia Field, Petauke Boarding High School, 18th to 24th December. See you.
The big one is coming. Yes, it's the Senior Youth Congress for the Southern Zambia Union Conference from December 18th to the 24th, 2022. Petauke Boarding High School in East Zambia Field is the destination. All ambassadors, young adults, and those invested as senior youth leaders are welcome. This is the best way to close this year of the Lord 2022. The theme for the Congress says, One in Christ, with our guest speaker, Dr. Watson Biriri, the Zimbabwe East Union Youth Director. Many other gifted speakers shall be there. Before we run out of space and time, make your deposits of only 180 kwacha registration fee and then register yourself online on the link below.